In this video, we are going to be looking at how to enable originality checking using the Urkund tool. So the first thing I want to look at is that you have this Urkund icon now in your nav bar, and we'll be going there in a minute. But before we do that, let's just go to the Assignments tab. And notice that when you're in Assignments, this is where you're still going to create your assignments. So if you want to have originality checking, you still have to create it here. Notice I do have one called Urkund Sample with a couple submissions that we'll look at in a minute. But the actual originality checking and the Urkund features are not visible through the assignment section. You actually have to go to the Urkund section here. Also note that when you create a new assignment, it automatically gets populated in the Urkund tool. So let's go there and take a look. So the first time you do it, you might get this warning just saying that there's another organization or application trying to access your information. We're going to continue, but you can say, don't ask me again, and it won't. So we hit continue, and then we get the Urkund screen. So notice all of the assignments we have are here. And the one that we're going to be looking at is Urkund Sample. So what we're going to do is, if we say under this heading here in this column, turn on off plagiarism detection, we can just turn that on. And now, are you sure you want to enable it? Of course. So there we go. Now notice that here we see number of documents submitted, number of documents analyzed, so it automatically kind of activates there. Now, the second column, or the column at the end here, says display similarity report to students upon submission. So do you want students to be able to see this, or do you not want them to be able to see it? Right? So that's up to you in the context of your assignment and what the purpose is, but that's how you can check it off to see whether or not your students are going to be able to view that. Now I just quickly refreshed my page, and what you see now is that the number of documents submitted is 2 because they were previously there. So even if students have submitted them ahead of time, they'll still be analyzed. And the number of documents analyzed is 0. So that does take a little bit. It takes a few minutes, sometimes maybe longer, but eventually it will say how many documents have been analyzed, and then you'll be able to go from there. So now we can see that the number of documents submitted is still 2, but now the number of documents analyzed is also 2, meaning that everything that was submitted has now been analyzed. So in order to see what this means, we're going to click on the assignment and scroll down. And what we see is that the 2 assignments that were submitted were by Jim Halpert and Ryan Howard, and there is 99.93 similarity. That's a problem. So that's the first thing that you're going to see here. So this number, in order to be able to interpret it and see what it means, we're going to look at this show details. Now, when you click on show details, two options are available to you. All right. So first of all, you'll see the document that was submitted. So when you click on that, these are your 2 options. You can either view the similarity report or the originality report, and we're going to do that in the next video. Or if you click on submission feedback, it's going to take you immediately to the actual the feedback section in assignments that you would normally see when you're assessing assignments. So where you have all your annotation tools, and if you have a rubric and all that. All right. So if you want to go right back into assess the assignment, meaning you want to tell the student, hey, it looks like you might have had some issues on this, you can go right into there. So it'll take you back into the Brightspace assignments, and this one will take you to the report. And like I said, we're going to look at the report and how to interpret that in the next video.